this is more promotion that they have gotten than they've gotten in a long time. So congratulations, I guess. Whoop-de-doo. Jeremy, are you photoshopped? No, not today. But I will turn on the beauty filter. I will turn on the beauty filter on the OnlyFans stream, okay? I will do that. Okay? Keep that in mind. But anyway, is that Raging fucking Rhino? I mention Star Wars and Raging fucking Rhino shows up.
Yep.
All you got to do
It'll
is
do
mention Star Wars and Raging Rhino shows up. Good Lord, man. Jeremy, do you do skincare?
No fucking sense.
No. The fuck kind of question is that? This is a serious show, and you're asking me questions like that. No, I don't. Raging Rhino in the house. We got Marmillan with a pre-stream chat grift. Marmillan, hail to you, brother. Packy Proton says we need to disband the Republican and Democrat parties. Maybe things will calm down.
Do you have dinner yet, dog?
Kate for 20 says Yellow Flash plays full Sabaton as an intro.
What'd you have?
What are you trying to say, Kate?
Curry.
What are you trying to say?
Beef.
He also has Raging Rhino on his stream, and I don't, which means I should be getting a lot more.
It's weird how pork is the only well-priced.
We love Raging Rhino. We love Raging
$30
Rhino.
for
Stormbreaker says
chicken,
all hail Cobra Commander
$30
Jeremy
for
and
steak,
King Trump.
$9
Kate
for
says
a
I want my
fucking
snake pit outro back. She is fired up.
$30 for what? A whole chicken?
H1 Beardo says don't send Bob's and Vegano.
You know they have the packets of 3 or 4 pieces. Or
Jeremy Wormy says I heard you got into a scuffle with someone on X today. Just
like
remember,
the
I got
thighs or the
before it was
breasts?
cool. I'm gonna be talking about that here momentarily. I'm definitely be talking about that one. Night Owl says, damn, I can't do emojis anymore. Membership is done.
I think there's more than 4 pieces.
In no way, shape, or form did I highlight this with the intent to get gifted memberships. There is no, I just wanted to highlight this just to you know, show some respect to Night Owl, but in no way, shape, or form am I doing this trying to grift memberships. I would never do that because I respect this audience way too much. I would never,
He's looking out for you.
Never do that.
Oh,
so just want you to know
Trump's fault,
that is
even
not
though
what I'm doing. Okay, I'm far beyond that. I am a respectable person. John for 20 says, just take some money. I apologize for how you have been treated by the quarter pound. Just like
it's weird how people in Canada they seem to not notice prices.
You were right. If you are photoshopped, you would be better looking.
Blame Trump.
Here I am thinking I'm getting a really nice message. Like this is really like, oh, I'm
anyone talking
really nice to me, apologizing, saying you've done wrong, and then boom, in the end, takes a shot. I respect it. Thank you, John. Hail to you, John freaking Murdoch, for 10 gifted memberships. Let's freaking go. Where's the Star Wars cowboy? I'll have to look and see. Surly SOB says huge head tax. Huge head tax. Thank you, Surly SOB. Appreciate that. I don't know. I feel like I have the Star Wars hat. I don't know. I'll have to look and see. Zinny Business says Kentucky Dubby tax. Thank you. Kevin Spears says, just tried to turn off Trump again. What the? They just tried to turn off Trump again. We're going to talk about that because we had another scary situation at the White House today. The 1A train says that here is the Hassan wanted to stop the Red October from defecting tax. What's up, the 1A train? Cowboy with a 99-cent. Thank you. John Wayne says, I've been scrolling with this all day long. The Empire had the right idea. The rebels were communists. The Jedi were groomers. Star Wars has always been lame, and nothing was lost when Disney took over. Hail to you. So it is Star Wars Day. The May the 4th be with you day, okay? The trendy little Disney one. But anyway, right here. So check this out, all right? GeekGamers.com has a story. Rumor. Disney to remove Star Wars sequel trilogy from timeline to resume a focus on original characters. If this would be one of the most dramatic franchise shifts in modern history. Modern Hollywood history.
Whoa.
Now, why am I bringing this up? Well, there's a couple of reasons why I'm bringing this up. Because what's interesting is the reception to this tweet tells you everything you need to know. Okay? The article is right there. Marc-Andre Roy just dropped the link to the article. The reception to this tweet tells you everything you need to know about the current state of Star Wars. People hate the sequel trilogy. People hate everything Disney has done with this franchise. Look how many views this tweet has. This tweet has 7.2 million views right now and growing. 14,000 likes, 7.2 million views. The reactions have been all over the place. Crazy amount of reaction to this. Now, as I said right here, even if this is true, which I doubt, it's too late. Damage is done. The magic is gone. I like how this person, properly named Dumbass, says, "Why is your site reporting on something?"
Apparently there's a rumor out there that Disney's going to scrap the sequel trilogy and change course. So I said just put him in prison.
Even if you yourself think it's bullshit. And I said, because
I'll
fuck
fucking volunteer to help.
Because fuck you. What a stupid question.
I'm going to put one person in prison for not actually committing a
ultimately,
crime.
though, that is the truth. The damage is done. It's gone.
Nice.
So even if they did do something
What
like
position
this,
is she working at now or whatever?
I don't think it will save
Star Wars.
Well, I haven't.
What can save Star Wars is for President Trump to continue to tweet about it. That will certainly save it, and you know that is you know, like this particular picture of him with Baby Yoda. Yeah, he tweeted that out, and it got like more likes than anything Disney Star Wars has gotten in a long time. And ultimately, this is the bottom line with Disney Star Wars. You know it's irrelevant when the only thing that gets people talking about Star Wars is when people are talking about retconning the sequel trilogy, or when they're talking about President Trump promoting it. That's pretty much the only reason people talk about Star Wars anymore. In a galaxy that demands strength, America stands ready. This is the way. May the 4th be with you. 5.7 million views. 71,000 likes. There you have it, right there. Jay didn't direct us here. Fail. Can you believe that? Why would Jay do something like that? You know what? It doesn't matter because we got Scully in the house. By the way, last stream, Scully dropped a $500 super chat. Today, Scully drops a 50 and says, "Hail to the chat and Jeremy. Happy Monday." Thank you, Scully. Hope you're doing well. I actually meant to go live yesterday, but I had some stuff pop up. So, but I did need one day off, you know, because, and listen, I'm not looking for any credit here. I don't think anybody should praise me for this, but whenever I don't stream, I think I should, you know, I should probably acknowledge that I'm just doing it to save people money. It's very nice of me to do that. It's very nice of me. Whenever I don't stream, I'm doing it for you. I'm going, I want to save you money. I'm a nice guy that way, okay? I think about the people. I'm not looking for credit. I would never want you to credit me for this. I would never, ever, ever do that. Mainly because I know John Murdoch doesn't super chat on Sundays. Wait, did I say that out loud? Damn it. Okay, never mind. SG Studios pretends as the media is dodging the hard what really happened at Lake Arcadia mass shooting. I'm a local. Watch out for claims of mass shooters. It's a lie.
You gonna make any custom vinyl skins for when the game comes out?
When they don't want to talk about the situation in detail, that's exactly
I don't know.
Thank you for the information. I'm glad that you're okay.
You said that shit took you forever to make, right?
Marmillan says, "Thank you for your service in saving me money, Jeremy. I do the best I can."
You said it took you like forever to make those ones.
Let's talk about some of the stuff that happened today.
Yeah, like it's
first and foremost, yes, bullets fly near White House after suspect allegedly
I haven't made a
fire
single one
on
on this
agents.
game.
So let's check this out right here. Here we go.
maybe I'll call again tomorrow and get fucking ghosted.
Oh, you tried to call Microsoft today?
No, I called them a few weeks
Yeah.
back and they said, oh yeah,
that
we'll
was
schedule a
that
call.
was not fun getting gas yesterday, that's for sure. John freaking Murdoch says because I don't super chat on Sunday.
He's supposed to contact me.
Thank you, John, you mad lad.
But it's so difficult just to get in contact with them because they want you to talk. They either want you to resolve it yourself or chat with the AI bot. So I just keep telling the AI bot,
So
I want to talk
this
to an
is
agent. I
basically
want to talk to an
White
agent.
House is
I
on
wanna talk to
lockdown
an
after
agent
reports of
until
shots
it's
fired here as President Trump takes the stage in his state. Pray for 47 and law enforcement who are responding. Secret Service has directed press to the North Lawn into the briefing room per News Nation. Update just now, all clear given after reported shots fired near the White House, resulting in reporters being moved into the briefing room. President Trump had also just emerged for a small business event and is 100% safe. Scary stuff, man. Scary stuff indeed. And then right here, Secret Service officials confirmed that agents identified an armed individual near the White House right after J.D. Vance's motorcade rolled through the area. After they made contact, he fled and opened fire on officers. The White House was locked down.
Because like
Pray
I had
for President Trump and Vance. They returned
fully
fire
done,
and engaged. The individual was hit.
self-made,
He was transported to the hospital. At
well
least
done.
only one bystander was hit by the suspect. That individual, the juvenile, did not sustain any life-threatening injuries, but he's also receiving treatment at the hospital.
They had,
The audio's too low to listen to that. But
before
yeah,
they
man,
gave-
so another
gave us
scary
turbos for the
situation.
engines. And now there's going to be two in the next
You know,
game.
pray for President Trump. And of course,
I probably get access.
when President Trump is out there making statements like he did today, this is only going
The
to
rotary
upset them
engine, is
even
that
more
the
because
Wankel engine?
he did say this right here.
Hey,
Amazing name.
President Trump, when I
if
get out
you
of
can
office in,
prove
let's say, 8 or 9
or
years
provide us
from
with
now,
information of the card that you bought the game with 7 years ago, we'll give you your account back. Excuse me?
I'll be able to use it myself.
That just doesn't even make sense.
he knows what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing. Trump 2028. Trump.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
I'll be back. I'm going to call my mom.
Ooh.
Hello?
Hi, do you think it would be possible for you to find out what CIBC card you had in 2019?
There's no way I would know that, Mom.
Like you don't have any records? Like you always used to have, used to keep your book. You don't have any papers, haven't have it?
No, I don't even use that bank anymore, so. Is this for the return thing of yours or something?
No, it's so I can get my my Microsoft Xbox account back. Because they won't give it to me unless I can provide the card info that I used to buy the game.
I doubt it, but I'll see what I can find out by the end of the week, okay?
Yeah, even if you have to call them, that'll probably work too.
Mm-hmm.
Shit is so stupid.
2032 and on and on and on. We'll see. Listen, all I know is actually talking to my boy Ripper about this, and hail to Eric July. But I was talking to him about this, and I'm like, dude, like, what does this world of politics look like post-Trump? And I told him, I was like, I've talked about this on my show a lot, but like, I don't think people are fully prepared for what politics looks like post-Trump. If Donald Trump is not in office, it fundamentally changes everything. He takes up that much attention. He takes up that much energy. And it's very scary. And as I said, you know, I like J.D. Vance. I think J.D. Vance is awesome. But I don't know if J.D. Vance is like prepared to handle the onslaught of energy that will happen when Trump is no longer there. You know, it will go back to pre-2016. See, that's the thing is, I feel like Trump has changed everything. I think he's changed everything. He's changed the game completely. So, you know, I think that my opinion is, it's going to sound crazy, but I'm still not convinced Trump is going to not run in 2028. I don't know how he can, but I'm not convinced that he won't try it. I'm just not convinced. So, I guess time will tell. It will be interesting. I mean, I know he can't. I know that. But I also know that the Democrats have lied and cheated and stole for so long. He'll find a way and win. Life finds a way. The man will be, what, 82, 81, 82 years old? At some point in time, even for Trump, and again, let's be clear, okay?
I just feel like a young man. I'm so young.
Graptar's Hammer says, on the plus side, Secret Service is getting a crap ton of practice. If there's any positive, that's it right there. Lying Dogface Pony Soldier with a gifted membership. Thank you so much. The chat says, I'm stationed in Pensacola, Jeremy, but Trump is king. Yes, Trump is king. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Stream Hero says, I saw Michael was top tier. I saw Michael was top tier. Got to work on the primary election polls in Ohio. Gonna be tired AF. Will you be streaming tomorrow to get me through the day? I will be streaming probably early, and then I've got Tuesday night's main event tomorrow. So yeah. Holy crap! Jason! Jason Clapton just dropped $500. Let me tell you again, $500. Holy crap. Hail to you, brother. Let's pull this tweet up since that's what he's talking about. How you fix Star Wars. Fire executives and story team. Replace with OT fans only. 2, remake the prequel trilogy better than George's prequel trilogy. This is possible, Jason. I'm torn between the fact that you sent me $500 or the fact that I disagree with that number 2 point so bad. $500? Challenge opinion. I gotta disagree with number 2, brother. I love the prequels. Leave the prequels alone. All right, anyway. Remake, number 3 is remake the OT trilogy, matching quality of new prequel trilogy. Impossible to match George's OT greatness, but good enough. Make brand new sequel trilogy from scratch that respects our heroes. Okay, so Marc-Andre West and Jeremy's opinions can be bought. Okay, so let's break this down. First of all, okay, thank you for the $500. Okay, now, I agree with point number 1. Fire executive and story team. Fire them all. Get rid of them, okay? This is definitely, like, legitimately where we have to be. So I 100% agree with 1, and I 100% agree with 4. Okay? I do not agree with 2 at all. I love the prequels. I think the prequels were really good for Star Wars. I see Jason said prequels are not good. So I love the prequels. I think the prequel era prequels are not good. So I love the prequels. I think the prequel era did a lot for Star Wars. It grew the Star Wars fan base. And I think that it created an entire new generation of Star Wars fans. On top of that, I think the Clone Wars did a great job. The Clone Wars under George Lucas did a great job of expanding the prequel era as well. And I also think that, you know, and don't get me wrong, I know that there's a lot of people that don't like the prequels, so I'm not dismissing, you know, the opinions of that. I disagree with that. I love the prequels, and I've always fought for the prequels. Danky says prequel poll. You want a prequel poll? Start a poll. Let's see here. All right, prequels are awesome, yes or no? There you have it, okay? Now, to be fair, Jason did send $500, so his vote is going to count for like 500. So if Jason votes 1, I have to count Jason's as 500 votes. Those are the rules. I didn't make it up. So Jason's going to say no. So right now we have 500 no's. Okay, so you guys, the yeses are going to have to outweigh 500 no's. Okay, that's how it works. Let's see here. But let's see. Remake OT trilogy matching quality of new prequel trilogy. Impossible to match George's OT greatness, but good enough. See, and that's another one I'll probably disagree with you on. Because I think that the original trilogy is cemented and the greatness of it. I say, in my opinion, I say leave the OT and the prequel trilogy alone. And get rid of everything that Disney has done. And the reason you get rid of everything Disney has done, and I'm just being as honest as I can, there are things that under the Disney umbrella that I like. I really, really like what they did with the Clone Wars. I love the the final 4 episodes of the Clone Wars are absolutely fantastic. The middle part of that season sucked, but the final season of the Clone Wars is really good, with at least the finale, the last 4 episodes. I thought Rebels was fine, but I'm willing to get rid of all of it. Get rid of everything, even the shit that I liked. You make a hard cut at everything that was created after George sold. Get rid of all of that shit. Okay? Every single bit of it, including the Clone Wars, including Rebels, including Andor, including Rogue One. All of it goes. Everything under the Disney umbrella has to go, because that's the cleanest way that you get rid of it. You can't sit there and go, well, we're gonna get rid of everything except for these couple of things. No, everything. Get rid of all of it. Get rid of Baby Yoda. Get rid of the Ahsoka series, the Bad Batch, all of it. It all has to go. It's the cleanest cut. At that point in time, you move 100 years into the future. Maybe 200 years into the future. And you actually make Star Wars beyond where the original trilogy ended by referencing the original trilogy in the right capacity and giving it the proper respect while building upon Star Wars. Get as far away from this timeline as you possibly can, because there's nothing else you can do to touch it. George did what George did, and his magic will never be recreated. So, can we keep Rogue One and some Andor? Nope, it's got to all go. All of it's got to go. But with that said, Jason, holy shit, brother. I really appreciate it, man. And he's got 50 votes on no, guys. So yeses are kind of winning, but Jason's got 500. He's got 500 votes that say no. So right now, prequels are awesome. No is winning because Jason has 500 no's in there. All right? The Clone Wars preseason, or let's see, the season 7 was before, not the Clone Wars Return, the one that they made when they brought back Clone Wars. I know a lot of the outline was still there, but they didn't have it all finalized until afterwards. So like a lot of the stuff, Jason said, sad. But anything, even if it was in the works, like it has to go. And listen, even like some of the games I've liked. I liked, what was the first Respawn video game that they made? Fucking, can't even remember the name of it now. I know I liked Battlefront 1 and Battlefront 2, at least Battlefront 2015 and Battlefront 2019 or whatever. Let me see. Siege of Mandalore arc is worth keeping. I think it's fantastic. I still need to, I need to draw district lines so I can win this poll, says Jason. Fallen Order. Yeah, Fallen Order. Fallen Order. And then Survivor was after that. Correct. But 7.6 million views on this. I'm going to blame Trump. I'm going to blame Trump. Star Wars isn't dead. Disney Star Wars is dead, but George Lucas's Star Wars is not dead. And it probably will never be dead. But as long as Disney has control of the IP, it's dead. And that's just a sad reality of it. So, thank you again. Holy shit. We will continue this on Main Event tomorrow, okay? Mods, can you screenshot this? Screenshot this, and so we can talk about this on Main Event. By the way, if only there was a Star Wars fan in the chat. If only. But, oh well. If only we had... If you guys know anybody that's actual Star Wars fan in the chat, can you tell them we're talking Star Wars for a few minutes? I don't think we have any Star Wars fans in the chat or anybody that's passionate about that. So, we shall see. Justin says Star Wars prequels are much better compared to the Star Wars sequels. Turns out George Lucas can do a way better job when you compare the two. There you have it. Thank you, Justin. And let's see here. Gosh, that's crazy, Jason. Heel Reps says, gas or super chat? Guess I'm walking to work. Thanks, Jeremy. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. Okay, so next up, we have to talk about an interaction that I had today with the red-headed libertarian. This tweet right here got some things started. So the red-headed libertarian puts this tweet out and says, I'm aware of the statements about me made in the Nerdrotic podcast. I have reached out to a mutual friend to put me in touch with them. Thank you for those of you who let me know it defended me. People will always believe what they want. Stay true to yourself anyway. Oh man, Gary, what did you do? This sounds terrible. Oh, wow. What on earth did Gary say? Did you say something sexist or racist? What on earth could Gary have said to create such a terrible, terrible situation here? I am very, very worried about this. Well, ultimately, all he said, and it's... all Gary said was my response. Now, I would show you my response on this tweet. However, she hid mine. That's right. She hid my reply. So my reply must have been something really bad too, right? I mean, I probably said something so terrible that, you know, she had to block me, because what I did is I repeated what Gary said about her. So clearly, after reading this statement from her and knowing, oh man, this sounds bad. Whatever Gary said, this is terrible. We're gonna have to call in the authorities, all of that. So I repeated what Gary said, so you know it's bad. In fact, it was so bad that she blocked me afterwards. Okay? So what exactly did Gary say? All he said was that you deleted a tweet and hadn't seen the movie. Holy fuck. This vague, overly dramatic, emotional response is hilarious. That's all he said. It's literally all Gary said. This is it. He just said, yeah, redheaded libertarian deleted a tweet, hadn't seen the movie. And this is what created her insane meltdown on Twitter, where she's like, I'm aware of the statements made by everyone. I've reached out to mutual friend to put me in contact with them. Thank you for those who let me know and defended me. People will believe what they want to believe. Stay true to yourself. What?
Damn
What are we
dog
talking about?
flew off the bridge.
Gary, you horrible, horrible human being. Why would you do this? So ultimately, this is all about the movie Animal Farm from Angel Studios. And my goodness, this has exposed so many people. So many people. Now, many of you may not be aware of what's going on with the movie Animal Farm. Luckily, we have a Ryan Kinnell. Let's listen to what Ryan Kinnell has to say here, okay? He'll help keep us up to date on everything going on with Animal Farm. Here we go.
Angel Studios has certainly had some big wins in recent years, maybe none bigger than Sound of Freedom, which was a massive box office smash hit. And as Angel Studios continue to get its name out there and build a bigger audience based on their storytelling, and certainly it seemed to all be aligned with faith-based storytelling, and usually, and not all the time.
And Gary back to prison. Send Gary back. He's too dangerous, everyone. He's too dangerous.
But oftentimes they did have a lot of right-wing support for these movies. Movies that they were putting out there, whether it was strictly a Christian movie or not, but just kind of back to basic storytelling. So when it was revealed that Angel Studios was going to be releasing Animal Farm by Andy Serkis, starring people like Seth Rogen, you had a trans person on the cast, a lot of it did not seem to fit what Angel Studios has really built their audience on. And they are not the ones that made this movie, just to be clear, but they did get the rights to distribute the movie in theaters. They've been promoting this thing. The first trailer didn't exactly get received well, as you can see, 19,000 likes to 223,000 dislikes.
And something Gary said earlier was, I was watching his stream, but he's basically
Yeah, have you heard about the Animal Farm controversy?
Nope.
Well, you know how the book was basically like an anti-communist kind of story?
I never read the book.
Well, that's what it was. It was, and then the movie they made by Andy Serkis, they flipped it and made it an anti-capitalist movie. And now people are getting paid to say that it's still anti-communist. That the movie's
Angel
anti-communist,
Studios,
which is retarded.
they really just want to be a Hollywood mainstream studio. That's really it. That's what they want to be. And they're very excited to have people like Andy Serkis and Seth Rogen on a project of theirs. That's it. They're very, very excited about that. And this whole situation is very, very confusing because it's almost like they're trying to overcorrect with trying to reach out to right-wing influencers to offset everything. So they gave money to somebody like Riley Gaines, who's a complete fraud. And Riley Gaines puts this tweet out and says, I had a chance to see Animal Crossing with my family, and it's a wonderful story. Get the fuck out of here. Nobody believes you, Riley Gaines. DeSantis should.
And the reason that it got hammered so hard was because unlike Animal Farm, the Orwell novel from, the 1940s, I think, which was really a satire and a criticism of communism. And
Did I say Animal Crossing? Fuck, did I say Animal Crossing? My bad. Animal Farm. God damn it.
Russian Revolution.
I said the GD word. I've stopped saying that one. You guys are killing me today.
And the rise of the USSR and the criticism of Stalin, all these things. A communist criticism. That's what it was about. Instead, the vibes that the trailer gave off was they'd be changing that. They'd be updating that for the quote-unquote modern audience. And instead, it wouldn't be a lesson about how bad communism can be, but instead a lesson about how bad capitalism is. And that didn't sit right with a lot of people. And it didn't sit right with the box office either, because despite Angel Studios' best efforts, including their pay-it-forward system where other people can buy tickets for people to go, it did not do very well in theaters.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little more focused on that Mr. Pibb ad right there than anything. That's good ad placement. Mr. Pibb ad placement is very good. I respect this a lot. I'm gonna be honest. I respect that a lot. Now, in terms of this, the fact that they put all this money out for right-wing influencers and yet got such a massive loss, you get what you deserve.
$3 billion in its opening weekend, a pathetic disappointment. Animal Farm North America box office, Andy Serkis helmed film, eyes a weak $3 million opening and poor audience scores, raising red flags. And yeah, I'll just be real. When you have people on the right and people on the left saying the same thing, that this doesn't feel like it's an actual adaptation of the Animal Farm book from back in the day from Orwell, a lot of people are criticizing this on both sides for it being a very poor adaptation. Now, some people are celebrating it for criticizing capitalism as opposed to communism. You're always going to have stuff like that. But for the most part, it's not going well. And look, I don't know what possessed Angel Studios to do something like this, to agree to distribute this movie. Now, maybe it's because they saw the names attached to it and didn't think it was going to be an anti-capitalist film, and they didn't do too much.
That's what I think happened. I think that they saw the names and they thought that, hey, these big names being attached to our project's going to make us look really good. Really, really good.
Eastern just like signed a deal. Hey, let's go. We'll distribute it for you if nobody else will. Because they wanted the idea of releasing something with Andy Serkis and these big names attached to it. And if that happened and that's what they got into, then you can admit your mistake. You can say, this is a bad decision. This doesn't really align with our values, and maybe save a little bit of face. Instead, what's happened has been something else entirely, and this goes on multiple levels. From having paid partnerships with right-wing political commentators who are shilling for it and telling people to go see the movie, whether they actually watched the movie or understood it or not. But then also, I guess you really do want to be a Hollywood studio, because they have also now gone after the fans, their audience.
They have now decided that it's everyone else's fault, okay? It's everyone else's fault. Typical Hollywood nonsense. In fact, maybe they're getting their talking points from the quartering, because that's what they're sounding like right now. Hey, it's not our fault, it's everyone else's fault. It's the internet's fault. It's the internet's fault.
Their customers, the people that made them into a relevant name.
Now, and what you have to understand here is the reason that this is important is because they're using right-wing commentators. They're using right-wing commentators to push this propaganda. And the right-wing commentators are eating it up. Tucker Carlson, Riley Gaines, and a few others.
With some of their recent promotion. Angel Studios attacks fans in video with mainstream media talking points after claims that Animal Farm film is communist propaganda. And it absolutely was not meant. This film was not adapted to be like, hey, let's bring this novel to life. This film was made to say, hey, let's take this thing, and instead of criticizing what the novel was critical of, let's make it modern day political allegories and modern day capitalist criticism. That's what this was all about. And here it is in question. Animal Farm, a cautionary tale, which...
This is so bad. So they actually uploaded this as a response. I can't believe how bad of a look this is.
By the way, has
your favorite right-wing influencer says to go watch this.
The little gold check mark associated with Angel Studios. So whether this is Angel Studios themselves greenlighting all of these marketing things, it doesn't matter. Your name is on here. So here it is. We're in love and we aren't afraid to show it. See Animal Farm, a cautionary tale in theaters tomorrow. And you can see here, Angel Studios, Animal Farm. Let's just watch it.
Oh, Animal Farm. No one wants us to be.
They haven't even seen me.
They're pushing the movie back to training. But still.
A Chloe Rice 827 said, Seth Rogen is probably the last person to come to mind to voice a character who really
Resembles strong Austin's Hey.
Seth Rogen is a perfect snake star.
People are saying I should have been rated R for the blood, darkness, and despair. That who I didn't see. Making a running form by which is disgusting.
Yeah, it's Emu Will Ferrell. Emu Will Ferrell.
It's a story about fucking family.
George Orwell made it that way. It's animal farm.
And then at Dexter Maddox 9445 said, it is wild that English studios would put out a pro-communism movie that was
Ryan says, is this what Cobracast is? Yeah. Welcome to the show. I know you pulled this whole, like, I hate Jeremy, I'm not going to react to his shit. Well, I hate Ryan, and I'm going to drift off of his shit. Let me teach you how to grift. You hate me so bad, grift off my content, you dumb fuck. I'm making money off your stupid ass right now.
But I hate communism.
Me too. And at generic said, we don't even need that.
Send Ryan the link. He has a fucking link.
Aren't you happy it's almost 12 o'clock, dog?
Swanee just dropped $200 on Rumble. I missed the intro.
What do you mean
How
it
about
hasn't
some Jaded
started,
Advance
dog?
and
Were you
some
a
Sweeney for the
Swede?
gentlemen of the chat? Hail Cobracast. Mod Lives Matter. Chat Lives Matter. Rumble Lives Matter. Let's freaking go. So it looks like we're going to get some Sweeney here in just a minute. Everybody happy about that? Would you rather have Ryan or Sweeney? Bet that's not a question you ever thought you were going to deal with.
Well, great, and he got the whole time.
Whoa.
Because it was really
I get it. It's really funny. But it is really funny.
This is so bad.
Some Englishman
So I'm reacting to Ryan reacting to a terrible piece of advertising for Animal Crossing. This is how bad things are.
most of it. It's a lot of money. Like the queen.
Right, so and this is, again, I get what they're attempting to do with this, but it's not going over at all, because...
Now, he's going to talk about some of the reaction, so we can move on from him now. We've riffed off him enough. But we go back to the red-headed libertarian, and this is all to tell you that she is now spiraling over this. She has no idea what the hell she's getting herself into. Now, let me remind you, this is the same red-headed libertarian that a few weeks ago, okay, I didn't follow her. Had nothing to do with her. Never interacted with her, anything, okay? A few weeks ago, she quote tweeted Dermy Wormy, if you remember this, okay? She quote tweeted Dermy Wormy, and it was because Dermy Wormy was fighting with her. In his video, he had plushies behind him, okay? He had plushies behind him, and they were the plushies of me and Gary and Az and Ryan. So she's trashing him for having plushies behind him, okay? So I responded to her tweet, and I basically said, any grown man with plushies in his background should never be taken seriously. Something to that effect. I just slammed her. Now, of course, I was being sarcastic, and she had no idea. So she likes my tweet, and then she follows me. So I followed her back. I covered this on a stream. If you guys remember this, I was on a stream when I did this. I responded to her on the stream and everything. So she follows me back. She's like thinking, oh, finally somebody has my back. No, I do not. I do not have your back. I am trolling you. It's a lot of fun to troll you. And I never really interacted with her since then, but it was really funny that she thought that I was being serious by that. The whole time it's like, no, you were actually trashing not only Dermy, but you were trashing, you know, me and the 199 and FNT and all of that too. You just didn't know it yet. So now today she sends this out, and again, if you don't know anything about what Gary said, you probably immediately are like, oh man, what did Gary do? Like, she's like, I'm reaching out to mutuals, put me in touch with them. Like, Gary, I know you're in the chat, but like, correct me if I'm wrong, but you and her followed each other on Twitter, right? You could have just reached out directly to Gary without putting this tweet out and just be like, hey, someone said you mentioned something about my tweet on your stream, blah, 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 blah. But apparently she didn't want to do that. Now, she's also going after Steph. She's responded to Stephanie. Well, Stephanie's the reason I knew that she hid my reply, too, by the way. Right here, she hid your reply. So there's Stephanie, and she's been responding. I think she's been deleting tweets and your very quartering level behavior there. So she deleted her freaking response to Stephanie. I can't find it now. Are you kidding me? I can't stand people that go on these spurred, you know, they go spurred on Twitter and then they end up deleting shit. Here it is right here, yep. She deleted the tweet. There it is. I never once enthusiastically endorsed Animal Farm or got paid for it. I suggest retracting this. Woo! Woo! And then Steph says, it literally says paid partnership. Oh, man. And of course, the tweet has been deleted because of course it has. The tweet has
Dog,
been
your
deleted.
controller disconnected.
So the short version of this is, it doesn't matter if it's left-wing influencers. It doesn't
Holy
matter
fuck,
if it's
is he gonna
right-wing
play the
influencers.
goat
It doesn't really matter
game?
who it is. There are shills everywhere. There are phonies and frauds everywhere. And you just have to know who you're dealing with. Because this right here, whether it's the Riley Gaines of the world, Tucker Carlson, Street Mav, I think was one of the other ones that Disparu had said. There's been a lot of people that have been deleting tweets over this. And ultimately, like, you can have whatever sponsorships you want. I don't even think anybody's looking for you to delete or retract or not get your sponsorship. People are just looking for you to be honest about what happened and own it. All you needed to say was, yeah, man, they really fucked up. I completely, you know, I mean, look at the situation. I said this the other day. This is how you own a mistake right here. Let's go ahead and pull this up because I think this is relevant right here. This is how.
Damn, dog, look at the droid sweeping in the back, dog.
Let me go. All right.
He's the fucking goat.
The other day,
I don't know jack shit about that
Flash tweeted this
droid,
out.
so.
So Quartering here is making, you know, excuses for his channel dying, and then he says nobody's watching this content, and then Flash says, then how come every time I see Jeremy Prime stream, he has like 3,000 people watching him, and the chat is going
It's
wild.
over.
Okay? This is the same Quartering that abandoned his debate with Yellow Flash and ran like a coward.
Damn, dog, our
So then
guild
I
is being
responded,
infiltrated.
and I said,
upgrade
"It's so
your arsenal?
fucking pathetic. This space
Good
is
hunting.
bigger than ever. Let me translate what he's actually saying.
Can't
There's a ton
fucking
of
do it,
competition now, and he's having trouble manipulating the algorithm to his
It's over.
advantage.
Can't do
He
it.
doesn't have an actual fan base, and he's frustrated because there are far better creators out
You know what
there
I'm
that
saying,
people
dog?
are watching. This dude is 100% controlled
sure,
by
dog.
what everyone else is doing. He's a liar and an insecure loser. Fuck him. Now, the point I'm getting to, someone responded.
I tried,
to that, and they
but
said, do you still think he's a good dude?
Ah, man.
Because many times
It's
over the
not
years, I have
fucking
defended
happening.
Quartering and saying he's a good dude. Now, at this point in time, I could act like the Quartering, I could act like the redheaded libertarian, and I could say, I never
so
said that. I could
many
act like Tucker Carlson and claim I never
challenges in
said
this
that. But the
world.
truth is, I did say it.
confirmed.
I said it on many occasions, okay? So then I said, no, I was dead wrong. Thankfully, PPP and Andy Worski showed everyone the truth. Boom. Simple as that. Just admit when you're wrong. No, I was wrong. He's a piece of shit. I was wrong. I made a mistake. I fell for his phony.
I wonder if we would have
And I told the internet that he was a good dude. And I was
Alexander the
100%
Great's
wrong.
or
And
Genghis
thankfully,
Khans if
Casino has
porn
exposed his
existed
lie,
back then.
and now everyone is seeing through it. this is how you own up. You just admit that you were wrong.
Well, if a guy can have
Like,
that much power, it'd probably
there's
be
no
worse.
other, like, what am I supposed to
probably go
blame the
crazy.
audience because I got something wrong? I'm not going to do that. If I get something wrong, I will say I was wrong. And now I will own my mistake and I will move forward with it. But I was 100% wrong. The Quartering is not a good dude. Jeremy Hambley is not a good guy. Jeremy
fuck is he
Hambley
doing?
preys upon people when he sees an
think it's
opportunity
over,
to
dog.
manipulate. Do you know the first time me and Quartering ever had a phone call?
Fucking
Was
over.
after Zack Snyder threw me under the bus on a stream, and Quartering hit me up and like, hey bro, I got your back, whatever you need. And I looked at that as like, you have my respect because you reached out to me in a time where everyone else was shitting on me and you had my back. That's how I viewed it. He looked at it as an opportunity to manipulate. And that's exactly what he did. And that's what he does. And so, the bottom line of this is I'm fucked up, I own it, and move on. That's exactly what I've done. Other people have trouble doing that. And the internet never forgives. He always rubbed me the wrong way. Says,
Ouch.
look, man, I mean, I his content's always been awful. He duped Rumble into a big contract because he manipulates numbers, he manipulates how the channel he has. And to be fair, if you remember all the times that I was angry at Rumble, if you want to know the truth, I was not really angry at Rumble as much as I was angry at Rumble having Jeremy Hambley as a face of their fucking platform, because it drove me crazy. Because I'm like, there ain't no good from this at all. No good from having him as the face of the platform. I mean, right now, Rumble has decided, hey, let me have Nick Rekieta, the Quartering, and Dr. Disrespect as our non-political faces of our platform. Okay. Good job on that one, I guess. But ultimately, what I like now is Kino Casino is live over there right now. Hail to the sky. And I think Rumble has a lot of, good opportunities moving forward, but they've also got to also just stop worrying about YouTube and just do their own thing. We got, let's see, Golly for 50 says, I would not mind seeing a Ryan clip going through a drive-thru and them getting his quarter round. Golly, I feel like you have seen a clip on UG clips before. Maybe?
Dog, you couldn't kill those people, dog.
Probably is a little unfair for me to throw Doc in the same category.
Because, dog, they have families. They got families waiting. Oh.
Bravo 553, do you copy? This is Command Center, report. Bravo 553, do you copy?
Your units are gone, Lieutenant.
What? Why? What's the meaning of this? My men and I are here in support of Lord Melicost. If you're responsible for this, you will answer to him.
Tell me where Melicost is, and I'll gladly present myself to him.
Damn these Sith games. Lord Melicost proceeded into the high security. He seeks the location of...
So they're gonna make
That's all I
another
needed to
sequel
hear.
trilogy?
You've fulfilled
It's
your
just a rumor, it
usefulness.
doesn't mean anything.
No!
Bro, you just fucking killed that unarmed man, dude.
Man, that was fucking amazing. Wish I could take his hat though. Give it to one of my guys.
Nice.
Dr. Disrespect actually has a fan base. Dr. Disrespect actually pulls people in. He's actually a value that can actually bring people over. 100%, I will own that one. I will own that one. Well, we gotta have, all right, so Zwanny wants some JD Advance. So because of Zwanny right here on Rumble, she's asking for a little JD Advanced, everyone, so roll it back. Yo! Of us were against evil corporations during the 80s and 90s, and we still are. However, they did it to slide by something that current day viewers would see more pro-communist and socialist. They were doomed. Cobra Commander.
Which planet is this again?
Balmoral.
A huge supporter. It's always great to have the commander here. Hail to you, brother. Thank you so much. All right, let's catch up here. Cobra Commander also says, I know how...
So those 6 like CGI trailers.
I know how Angel sold this idea. The story was written using the Reagan-era view of Big Corpos.
So those 6 CGI trailers there for this game, right?
From RoboCop, etc. They sold it to Angel as an Evil Corp throwback olive branch. It's subversive. That is in connection to the other super chat that you sent. My bad.
One came out like fucking
highlight that one first, but thank you, Cobra
15
Commander.
years ago, dude.
You're actually correct about everything that Angel Studios did. Yes, 100%. Mark Millen says Rhino.
See, just make action figures of all everyone in those. Everyone. I'll buy. Everyone would buy a million of them.
No. I still don't know how he says that.
There's one guy, he's the species he is Sith species. They're the red people with the tendrils on their chin. If they sold the one guy from the first trailer, I would have to buy like 10 of them so I could have different Sith lords from that species. So like even that shit, I would buy, and he's a cool double-bladed lightsaber.
No.
No.
So it's like, just fucking make that shit.
That is
it's so simple.
Correct.
You can make the woman make fucking Satil Sean.
No.
There you go.
No.
No.
That is
Satil Sean.
UWREIGH. Say no.
Is that the Twi'lek?
No.
Oh, Satil Sean is the woman that fights Malgus and
everyone
does a force push and
pronounce it correctly.
Puts him into the cliff side.
It's so good, man. This was funny. This was my favorite super chat so far.
Either Sith acolytes or eradicators. They could have.
Oh wait, this
an action
isn't
figure
London.
for
Thank you,
the
Nanny.
masked Sith lords.
All right, back to the top here.
Like, is it really
me,
that
myself,
difficult?
and I says just a little thing.
That's
to
where
prove
the.
I'm not a lurker. And
you know, I don't know if it's like the 11th brother or the 7th brother or some shit.
Be careful.
But they just released an action figure of that guy. He's from
okay, just let you
one
know.
of the
all right?
animated episodes.
Thank you.
And it's like they stole his look
Germany
from when I'm talking about in that trailer.
Thank you.
It's
Vic
like,
Chavez says, good, because I ain't
they just
giving
don't know
any.
what they're doing.
I respect it. John Jones says, celebrate Star Wars.
What do you think
Day
of people who call Star Wars like space wizards for children?
Happy Star Wars Day. Hail the 199. Southeastern Kaiju says, message received.
I don't really think anything of it. Like,
Mr.
I guess they
says,
could say
Jerry
that,
said
but
you're struggling to get views.
space wizards for children,
I
okay.
don't know how we're gonna survive, but
Die.
I'm sure we'll figure it out. Miniature Front thinks says, did
I guess they
Ryan
can watch
okay
episode
that
3,
Star Wars theory?
see
No
if that's
relation.
for children. when he's
No. Ryan,
fucking
again,
slicing
I will say
people and
this,
getting his fucking
much as
limbs
I'm
cut off
fun,
and getting burned alive.
Ryan is
and choking his
the
wife.
smartest Star Wars fan
Nice.
I know, hands down. Nobody's close. Like, that dude knows what he's talking about. Vic Chavez says Trump 2028 tax. Thank you, Vic. I appreciate it.
I wonder what they
let's see,
like.
EBS is
Like,
a witless
whenever people
coward
say
and
that, I
MJ
wonder what
was
they like.
innocent. Well, MJ is 100% innocent, no doubt.
They
about
like
it. So,
Twilight Dog.
I don't know anything about what EBS is saying, but MJ 100% innocent. I actually put a tweet out about that. right here that got a
It's
lot
actually
of
the least annoying answer you could
So,
have given me.
the Wall Street Journal puts this out. The
Yeah, what
Michael
would be more
biopic
annoying?
needs you to forget what Michael Jackson did. Let me remind you. And I said Michael Jackson was always 100% innocent. It doesn't matter how many
What,
times you lie
if
about
I
him.
said Lord of the
More and
Rings,
more
that'd be
people
more
are
annoying?
seeing the truth now.
Well, I could
And,
use the argument that
that's it.
even
And this
Tolkien
did get
made that for
community noted,
kids,
but the
and that's
community
why
note got
Game of
removed.
Thrones was created. So
They're getting crushed. That was the community note right there. Michael Jackson was subjected to one of the largest criminal investigations ever, and after 400 witnesses were brought in multiple grand jury hearings, the FBI courts and LAPD ruled there was no evidence or lead against him in any cases and cleared him of any wrongdoing. Simple as that right there. So the Wall Street Journal, and I said, even in death, Michael keeps destroying your lies. This man will always be king. On that note, I do have to correct something that I talked about on a stream before. A couple of comments, and then I think it was Stream Hero.
You know,
that messaged
when
me
I
about
see
this,
people
but-
fucking extend their arm, and it's like they can bend it backward, I can't look at that.
oh, like the weird hyperextension thing at the elbow.
Yeah, no, I can't look at that.
Yeah. You ever
It
notice it's
physically
always skinny
disturbs
people?
me.
I've never seen like a buff person do that, or even like a fat person do it. It's always like super bony people.
I mainly see chicks do it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, fucking hell, man. Like, doesn't that fucking hurt?
Well, I guess they gotta be
Doesn't it
flexible,
feel like
right?
you're... It's fucking disgusting.
What about the people where their fingers can go back, like way more than any of yours?
That doesn't disturb me as much for some reason. Like, yeah, like
It's
it
because
looks
the
weird, but
elbow's a hinge joint. It's not supposed to go that far, at least most of the time. Or at least, what is it, epsiloid? At least that one is physically designed to slightly do that. Do you think it's because their like connective tissue isn't as good as ours or something?
I don't know if I would say it's not as good as ours. It's just, I don't know, it's just different. I don't know. Now, when you do your like I'm getting arrested exercise, do you also with each rep yell I can't breathe?
Well, yeah, considering I'm by myself, yeah, I have to yell it every time. Since I'm laying on the ground, I have to say it too, but when they let me up, when I do it while standing, I also say I can't breathe, so that's when I go back to my
Nice.
The only thing is I'm not on a bunch of drugs.
But dog, you are prescribed drugs. You think you'll ever be able to do the splits, dog?
No, but I have no desire to.
What if there was a challenge in the world where if you could do the splits, you get $80 billion? Would your back and like your spine allow that?
I'll take PCP and I'll see.
Would you want like somebody to like stand on your shoulders to like force you down into the splits if
I
you
probably need
can
that.
do it yourself? Yeah.
Well, yeah, like, when I would do, like...
If I help you do it, you gotta split the money with me.
How much did you say?
80 billion.
Yeah, I'll do that. If like 40 billion, if someone's helping me earn that, I'll give them half the lady, I don't care.
Yeah, but like you're enduring like all the pain and
No,
I'm
but,
just stepping on
no,
your
but that
shoulder.
actually does make sense because, like, even with squats, if I were to do a 185-pound squat, I wouldn't do full range because it's not even heavy enough. Like even on leg press, the warm-up set wasn't heavy enough for me to go all the way down. That's why the sets at like 630 or 680 felt way better.
Oh fuck. Now would you let your legs hyperextend on a leg press with like 1,000 pounds?
I'm not able to walk
for you
again, so no.
For 80 billion, dude.
Yeah, if I can't walk, if I can't use my legs, there's no point.
I think there were people who had that happen to them. I think they're still able to walk. Okay.
I wonder if this map is actually saying anything. Like if I look on the galaxy map, if it actually shows where his planets are.
More nerves to the slaughter.
say you do, what is it, hands to toes stretch or whatever. And let's say you I don't know, you get like so far, but like you're not able to touch. And then let's say the next day you get a bit closer, and the next day you get a bit closer, and then next day you're touching your toes. Do you know what is happening there, like on a microscopic level?
Well, I'm sure your back and your hips are getting stronger, and having maybe the load is being distributed better than it is when you're not used to doing it.
You still have one glute bigger than the other?
I haven't really tried to figure that out recently, but probably. Considering the right side of my body's still slightly turned off, I wouldn't be surprised.
Let's see. Your shoulder is touching your ear. Your fucking hip is misaligned. You got a fucking tilt, or whatever.
Yeah, I guess. Just once or twice. Alright, I'll be back in like maybe 10-15 minutes or something. 20 minutes maybe.
Alright. Sounds good.
Right.